+3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
McManus is playing after his good. This one was won a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Up the middle they go. It's Spencer. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long.
Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had hits. no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Troubles Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me.
It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Arizona. It's the Bears and the Cardinals on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's and right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could...
Now the ball comes loose. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Spencer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Right back to him on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. They'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you. And you can use your body to create some space.
On 2nd down, it's Spencer, and he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have struck first in this NFC title game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. That's Cochran. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Now a first down throw. Fields. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago.
K.J. Hamler,
48 yards.
And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Finding Ertz again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A final shot before half from Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. Who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's Fields. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cochran.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jabari Zuniga.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Spencer might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should make, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. Fields on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Now it's Fields.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, it's Spencer. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 2nd down now, it's Spencer. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 3rd down, Spencer. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now Fields and the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continue to build energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. On third down, Spencer. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
Lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot. Living in the moment, one shot is all you get.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I threw the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at Nice Guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping the stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting in a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics. Buy like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends tee, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, don't down. Round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bozzy.
I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of troops that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just on my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany, and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making a million of verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go, cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I said it.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff, and what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Flushed out. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So out come the Cardinals and their offense in great starting field position. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray. On second down, it's Spencer. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That good for 19 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
middle. Spencer. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. The kick by McManus is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 6-0 our score after 1.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
Right back to Toney. He's got another one. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now it's Mahomes again. That'll be caught by Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes now on 1st down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And his pass incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. Here's Curry. So that challenge is a successful one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, maybe as they normally wouldn't, but of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
I was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Murray.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. First down, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. Now it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Spencer. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
On 2nd down now. It's Spencer. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
On 2nd down, it's Spencer. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cardinals have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Mahomes. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Mahomes will throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 37 yards. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So they make the decision. They want a three-point lead versus a two-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by a field goal. A minute 38 to go. Back to throw. Murray.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. Second and 10 from the 25. Over the middle, complete. That's Spencer.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Now Murray.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep him from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave him, and it was successful.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win them the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side not guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And the Cardinals have done it. They're the kings of the NFL. Arizona, your Super Bowl champs.